Welcome back to another episode of Saber Team's Corner. This time I'm going to talk to you guys about a little story called Cadillac Crash. All right, this story happened at Fort Benning. I don't remember the year. So it probably was maybe 94, somewhere going into 96. We went from Humvees to a mechanized Bradley unit. And Bradley Scout Platoon. We went from Humvees to Scout Platoon Bradleys. And I was acting as senior, leading everybody back to base out from a field problem we was having. And we had 6 Bradleys. And as we came up to an intersection on the reservation, the intersection was a concrete pad that had a hill that climbed up on it a little bit. And as I came up on it, the Bradley came up on it, and I looked left, I looked right. And because I was in the commander's seat, I noticed when I looked right, there was a car that was upside down in the bushes. It was sitting on its roof. And so I got on the radio and I said, hey, it's a car over here upside down. We're going to stop over here and pull over and look and see if everybody's okay. So the LT and platoon sergeant were like, okay. So I pulled over there and we got out. I jumped off the Bradley, jumped over there and got over there, and it was this maroon Cadillac. I remember to this day that color. And the Cadillac was completely upside down on its roof. So what it looked like, the Cadillac had came on the the intersection that was had a hump and it was concrete pad. The Cadillac looked like it came at a high rate of speed, hit that concrete slope, and catapulted itself into the air. And you can clearly see about it probably cleared maybe about 75, almost 100 feet, and that Cadillac had to be going pretty fast in order to clear that. And it hit a tree head on into a tree that was about 20 feet in the air. And when it hit that tree, somehow or another, it hit itself on the passenger side of the Cadillac. So when it hit the tree head on, the Cadillac hit the tree, like this is the tree. Cadillac hit the tree and turned this way at a rapid speed and buried itself into the driver's side door onto another tree and got caught. Well, with the weight of the Cadillac, it flipped over completely upside down from the tree. This flipped over and fell down. That's the way it looked. And that's how we figured how it happened. And but when we got up to the vehicle, first thing I said, where is the driver? Everybody was like, where's the driver? So I was like, oh no, the driver's underneath the car. So immediately we started rocking the car, trying to figure out if we can turn it over or if we can just move it up a little bit to look and see if the driver smashed underneath the car. And as we started doing that, next thing you know, we heard a moaning sound from a woman. And we was like, everybody's like, be quiet, be quiet. We hear something. And we hear the moaning sound. Somebody's moaning. Somebody's wounded. And so we kind of got quiet, and then we figured out where it was. And then we looked around, and there she was. There was a woman sitting in the bushes in the fetal position. And she was hammered, completely drunk. And that's what probably saved her life. because when that Cadillac came up, hit that first tree, it didn't eject her. But when that Cadillac swung around and hit that second tree, it probably threw her out of the driver's seat and into the bushes because she didn't have a seatbelt on. And when the Cadillac flipped over, she was lucky. It threw her out of the way. And so she kept saying, don't call the police. Don't call the police. Do not call the police. We had another guy who used to be a medic with us, and he came out. We was all combat lifesavers, so we had medic aid bags, IVs, and stuff. So we brought a medic bag there, and he started assessing her and treating her and telling her not to move, because we didn't know what type of injuries she had. And immediately got on the horn and started calling range control because they needed to get paramedics and police out to the scene because this was a civilian that had an accident on the reservation. In the reservation, I mean the military post. And so it was really, we couldn't call a chopper or anything to come get her because she wasn't a soldier. So we had to call the civilian authorities to come up that civilian road and come get her. And when they do, she's going to be drunk and possibly get arrested for DUI at the same time. But that's why she immediately kept saying, do not call the police, do not call the police. She knew what she had done wrong. But the only thing we was trying to figure out, why was she coming up on this road? It clearly leads to the reservation, and it was nothing down this road except going to the field. It was like a maneuver area. And so she had to be doing at least 70, 80 miles an hour when she hit that hump. Easily. So the only thing we can figure is she was trying to delete herself or something in that nature. Being drunk, you never know what her state of mind was when she was coming down that road. But she realized the mistake she had done once she survived the whole ordeal. Platoon sergeant told me, and platoon lady told me to take the whole platoon back. They were going to stay out there until the authorities arrived. And so we got back in the Bradleys and took off. And I never heard what happened. I think the police and the ambulance came out there and grabbed her, treated her, and took her away. But I don't know what happened after that. And so it's one of those things. I'm glad when I came up and I saw her. If I didn't see her, she probably would have laid there and probably, it was a rainy, miserable day. She probably would have died from exposure because nobody would have found her, The way that Cadillac was positioned in the bushes, once it got dark, she'd have been out there left for who knows how long, unless a unit came by and saw her because she was clearly another 100 feet away from the road. I just happened to see it. That's all it was. It was just by chance. So I want to let you guys know this episode is sponsored by Saber Team Tactical. Saber Team Tactical is a tactical firearms company that does from beginning all the way up to advanced. We also sell body armor and tactical gear and medical supplies. We also does engraving, wood, and metal, but we do not engrave on firearms. So you guys, thank you for your support. If you got any questions, got any similar stories like this, go ahead and hit me up, ask questions. Maybe I'll see some of you guys that I serve with. You never know. Other than that, I see you guys on the range, and thank you again for your support.